97.3 Nigeria Info.
It's Monday, January 12, 2026. INEC continuous voters registration is still on. Use the opportunity to register to vote. On the news this evening, Rivers Assembly members urge dialogue and impeachment moves against Governor Fubara. Rivers State Health Ministry sets up panel to probe alleged corruption at College of Nursing Sciences. Police investigate deaths of 6 family members found in locked room in Eleme, Rivers State. On the foreign scene, Hungary grants political asylum to Poland's former justice minister. Details of these and more will be reaching you in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back. We begin the news this evening with a surprising twist in the high-stakes political showdown rocking Rivers State. As impeachment moves against Governor Siminalayi Fubara gain momentum, two key members of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Silvanus Enyina Onwugbonu and Peter Abe, are breaking ranks, appealing to their colleagues to handle the dispute with caution and understanding. The lawmakers are urging alternatives to impeachment, hinting at a possible path toward reconciliation in the escalating standoff between the legislative and executive arms of government. In a video circulating on social media, the lawmakers are calling for dialogue and reconciliation to resolve the dispute between the legislative arm and the governor. Onwugbonu, minority leader of the House of Representatives of Onwugbonu State constituency, says they have received calls from leaders within and outside the state urging leniency. He encouraged fellow lawmakers to reconsider the impeachment process and explore peaceful solutions. Also speaking, Peter Abe, representing Degema State constituency, acknowledged that while the governor has violated constitutional provisions, it is important to recognize that errors can occur. He emphasized that the governor also has a responsibility to ensure such breaches do not recur in the future. Away from politics, let's talk about health. The Rivers State Ministry of Health has set up an independent investigative panel to look into allegations of extortion through unauthorized project topic approvals, the sale of examination questions, and bribery for guaranteed passes at the Rivers State College of Nursing Sciences. The Commissioner for Health, Dr. Daisy Ore, disclosed this during a media briefing in Port Harcourt. She reiterated the ministry's zero tolerance for corruption and assured that the matter would not be taken lightly.
As the Rivers State Ministry of Health was notified of these allegations, the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria and other security agencies were also notified of these allegations. We are not taking these allegations lightly. An independent investigative panel has been constituted by the Rivers State Ministry of Health to deeply investigate these allegations so that all guilty parties will be made to answer to these infractions and will be brought to book.
Dr. Ore also announced the suspension of officials allegedly involved in the corruption claims, adding that a full forensic audit would be conducted on the Year 2 second semester examinations.
There will be protection for all students who will come forth to support the investigative panel. There will also be a comprehensive review of academic and financial practices within the establishment. The Rivers State Ministry of Health is not tolerant of compromising the integrity of what should be professional examinations that are supposed to equip our healthcare workforce with the necessary skills and experience that is required to safeguard the health and well-being of our people.
Correspondent Martha Okey reports the members of the panel are Chizindu Aliko as chairman, Damar Martins Wigo as secretary. Other members are Dr. Golden Ohonda, Dr. Vincent Onwugbonu, Dr. Maria Kokrubo, and Mrs. Satonye Isokariari. In another development, some people who received employment letters from Captain Elechi Amadi Polytechnic are upset that they were left out of a biometric verification exercise 3 years after getting the letters. The affected individuals, mostly from Rivers State, say some colleagues have been verified and are now being paid, while they have been ignored. One leader, Onwugbonu David, told journalists that the school failed to include them in the second verification exercise. David alleges that some of them even quit their previous jobs after receiving the school's employment letters and appealed to Governor Siminalayi Fubara to intervene.
We are still with our appointment letter. We are calling on him to also call us that we can be able to go for the biometric, because we are all Rivers indigenous, Rivers youth. We are crying about unemployment. While we are already employed, they refuse to give us the opportunity to go for the biometric. Is Rivers State government should come to our aid to come and rescue us in this situation that we are now. Some of us have already resigned from our different working places because of this job. Till now, we are not seeing anything coming out from the Rivers State government. So please, we are begging on him to call us for the biometrics.
Other affected workers, including Marshal Chinedu Rukani and Blessing John Barawi, also asked the governor to address the issue before hiring new staff.
Having done all the necessary things, we are just left with biometric and proper commencement of the job. All of a sudden, we are excluded. What we are saying is appealing to His Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, to please come to our rescue and order for the immediate revalidation of this exercise and subsequent payment of our 3 years' salaries. After issued appointment letter for 3 years, we have been going to work, but we are not paid.
Since July 2023 up till date, we are still waiting for this second badge. Some of us that got this employment are already sick. Some have already died. Some are bedridden right now, but those of us that are still strong, because of this employment, some of us resigned from where we were working. And we are still hoping, believing that one day God will answer us.
Elsewhere, scores of graduates and students of Ignatius Ajiri University of Education, Ruolumini, who are waiting convocation earlier on Monday, blocked the university's administrative block in protest. The students drawn from various departments demanded the release of missing results, which they say were earlier uploaded on the school's portal but later disappeared. Speaking with correspondent Nnamdi Nwala, the protesters accused the university's ICT officials of negligence, insisting the missing results were valid and duly passed. They also expressed concern over plans by the university management to make them re-register and rewrite the affected courses.
So we are agitating that they should tell us how the result got missing and that we are not re-registering any exam again. We are supposed to do our convocation since last year, but up till now, we've not done anything. We are not seeing any response from the school management. They should give us in clear terms what happened to our results and when are we graduating, when are we convocating. They are not paying any dime again concerning the result that we are not seeing.
Even the ones that were rectified were later removed from the portal. So I'm still wondering why. Why should you tell us to pay money for teaching practice that we did? They're telling us to pay extra money for our results to be uploaded. Please, they should try and just give us our results so that we can leave the school for them.
They move our results from RMS to a new portal entirely. Ever since then, we have been having result issue. The new portal they created, I think that is where the error is coming from.
The students displayed placards reading, "Release our teaching practice and community service results, upload all missing GNS results, and administrative failure is not our fault. Fix your system," among others. Now to a tragic story here in the state. The Rivers State Police Command has launched an investigation into the deaths of 6 family members discovered in the locked room in Ogale, Elime on Sunday. According to the police, Godwin Ogusu, the brother of one of the victims, reported that his elder brother, his brother's wife, and their children did not wake up with the doors still locked. In a statement, Police Public Relations Officer Grace Iringi Koko says officers from the Eleme Division responded promptly, forced the doors open, and found the 6 lifeless bodies. The victims have been identified as 49-year-old Theophilus Obele, 35-year-old Eunice Obele, 25-year-old Abel Nwaka, 18-year-old Saka Obele, 14-year-old Peace Obele, and 7-year-old Inyameka Obele. Preliminary investigation suggests that generator fumes left running inside the house may have caused the deaths. The bodies have been taken to the mortuary for autopsy, and the police continue to investigate. Rivers State Police Commissioner Olubenga Adepoju has directed a comprehensive probe, and the command has extended its condolences to the bereaved families. Still to come, Piang community youth leader raises alarm over lingering environmental issues 3 weeks after federal government delegation visits. Do stay with us. We'll be right back. You're welcome back. Now, the rest of the news. The youth president of Piang community in Kana local government area, Rivers State, Donaldson Petaba, has raised concerns over ongoing environmental problems in the area 3 weeks after a federal government team led by National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu visited the oil spill sites. Petaba told our correspondent Suibi Oruwari that he doubts a second joint investigation visit will happen since the company responsible for the wellhead that caught fire has already repaired it, which may affect transparency.
There is no update because at least by now we should have seen a sign of coming to do assessment of the area, and then after the assessment we will now think that okay, there is need for compensation to the people before they kind of start up the clean up or remediation of the place. They cannot also do GIV to a place that they already locked. So if they want to do a second GIV, they should have allowed the system to remain like that. Then they should do GIV. But now they have coupled the unit and then placed a new Christmas head. So how would they do GIV? How would they get the results?
Petaba also urges federal agencies and the operating company to provide medical care for residents, noting that health issues have worsened due to the recent oil spill.
Over the periods this thing happened, there has been a lot of consumption of this hydrocarbon. And there is no sign of even medical outreach to the people. It's one of the things I've just written against, and we are expecting that if they don't do that medical outreach, there will be no entry for any further assessment or cleanup of the area. And they must give the people a medical attention. A lot of consumption of hydrocarbon. There is nothing they have done to it. People are dying. If this little thing like oil spillage is what they cannot contain, then I don't know how they will do the right thing when they come into resumption.
Meanwhile, environmental rights advocate Onwugbonu Adelakun has highlighted the poor condition of the Trans-Niger Delta pipelines in the area. She's calling for scientific monitoring of cleanup efforts on the Ogoni line to prevent further environmental damage.
A source of constant worry is the state of the aged Trans-Niger pipelines, which often give way from time to time. It's been counterproductive in that HYPREP is cleaning up the oil spill and new ones are beginning to happen. Some of the crayfish, some of the periwinkles and fish that are being caught in these rivers were